they see the disrespect to other parents out here. 9 times out of 10 they come here. Then us, these parents now, or parents, I've seen it. My own son, they don't mind going back at you with conversation now. They'll go back at you. Man, go on, you get out of my face. So it's not a discipline no more. You see what I'm saying? You still got a few parents that go upside their head and do all that, but the majority they're not. They're not doing it that way. So they get affected. Teachers get affected. And I've been in, and like I said, I do this all the time. I speak. Parents will go out there and argue about a cell phone, but won't go to a PTA meeting.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I told the kid the other day, if 4 teachers have said the same thing, son, you doing wrong.
Yeah.
And what is it you're going to argue about? You're wrong. You know what I'm saying? But you have a parent that won't even go up there.
Right.
And discuss their issues. And of course, we talk about the single parent. That's a whole nother issue. So our kids have so many layers of problems. And it's not getting better. It's not getting no better out here, man. It just takes pockets of people who are willing to make a difference, who's going to be able to touch only certain kids. Certain kids that's going to be willing at this point of their life they're going to change, or maybe later on down the line. Some are never going to change. You know what I'm saying? We've accepted that. But what I'm saying is, I guess my whole point of saying this is the problem I've had in my mentoring program is getting enough mentors. You see what I'm saying? We don't have enough, especially in our we don't have enough African-American males who are willing to mentor. You see what I'm saying? I grew up in the Big Brother, Big Sister program. They always gave me a young white girl, college student. Reason why I started my mentoring program because I wanted other young men to see an African-American. Not that I'm talking about any race, it's just I know my young brothers can relate to some degree because I've been down that road, right? But we don't have enough men that do it. I'm not saying they don't want to do it, is that people have full lives. People have full responsibility, and so when you don't have no money to dish out and say, Tico do it out if county is hard or whatever, and he's rare because he'll bring his kids too. Most guys are not willing to do that because they got so much responsibility that they don't see that as like, I'm not getting paid to do this. You know what I'm saying? I can't come out here and spend 6 hours with somebody's child when I got my own problems at home, or my wife, him might have a conflict with that. I mean, people having so many issues, man. That's, I think, where a lot of problems we have in mentor program is not having enough men involved who are willing to take up time with these young people. A lot of young men do want some time and somebody they can respect, because what we're doing is putting too much pressure on our elders, who, man, they've lived their lives, man. Right. These young guys need to see some other young men. To do that, man. And so it's sad for me, man.
Based on your program, because you do have effect when you meet these guys. Mm-hmm. And I know some parents in here right now wondering what is one of the common theme messages you use when you get these guys to start changing their life around.
Once I share what I've been through, it always grabbed their attention. Like going to prison, I done did all that. But I have an expectation for them. And I really passionate from my heart, try to show them that every time we go out, we go paint paintball, we go up to do class, we go play football, whatever. I try to really show my heart to these young men because I didn't have a man really showing me. I didn't have nobody pulling me like that. All my partner pulling me into the dope game and robbing and stuff. So I didn't have no one to say, young man, I see you got some ambition. Let me see what you got. So what I try to do with my young men is I try to show love. I try to show love like they were my sons. I try to show. I remember when I didn't, because I just met my father 7 months ago. So I try to share that love that I wish I would have had. And I think to me, love is always going to be the greater power that's going to change the way a kid looks at you, the way they think. And I respect them. I don't come bashing them, but I have an expectation, and I stand my grounds in that. And
do you feel like helping them set a goal?
Of course, there has to be education. We have to educate them. We have to get them a trade. When they ask, like, hey, I need to go put an application in. Like, I'm picking them up, taking them to get an application. You know what I'm saying? Or they need to go to a school. Like, I'm taking you up there to go get a school. Get your GED or whatever opportunities I can do to try to help them succeed to where they need to get to, man. I just take a lot of my time. But everybody don't have the time that I got. I mean, God bless me to have a flexible schedule.
No, I just wanted to ask, because I know a lot of the parents in here wanted to know what your message is, because they may have that child, or they may have that nephew, or their niece is getting in trouble. So they might want to know what you're saying. But it sounded like first I heard accountability.
Gotta have some accountability.
And I also heard setting goals and showing that love and being genuine, that you really care about them and what it is.
That's my call to every man here, is just be genuine. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what uniform you stand in. One thing about these kids, they'll pick you apart. And if you're not genuine, if you come just in a uniform, you just being an officer, you're gonna get brushed off. But if they seeing your genuine, man, as you have a concern, like, I've been out young, man, I know. I just chose this as a career. Because I want to do it. You see what I'm saying? So if you come at one, it's just like related dating the man. If you see the fakeness, you're not going to deal with me. It's no different the way these kids build a relationship with you. If you seem like, you know, that you're full of crap, man, kids don't, and you ain't got to come and say, oh man, you know, I should shoot up the whole block. Man, they ain't scared of that, and they don't really care about that. But they can understand when you relate to them, because it's not about what you say sometimes, it's your delivery, or what you say. You see what I'm saying? I never thought I'd be around police talking, ever. You see what I'm saying? But when God changed my heart, man, I started seeing people as individuals. And like I said, our kids are just getting fed so much negativity through music, through television, through conversation. Because it's bad. I've been in a church before and heard about, man, them officers, they dirty. You can't teach that, man. You can't teach that. You can't teach that to young people.
You better start acting right. I'm going to get that officer to get you.
I don't even tell them that. I try to teach people that's a human being. He chose this as a career. You see what I'm saying? It's some pastors that bad. There's some police officers that bad. Okay, granted. But there's some great people out there, man, that really got your best interests at heart. And so when you teach that, you can't teach. And then you hear a lot of guys say, I'm shooting first. I don't do no more fighting. But what you expect these kids to start thinking? They gonna feel like they gotta shoot first too. You see what I'm saying? But I don't look at these kids being in gangs no different than I looked at the drug game back when I was in the 80s. You know, you had your different hoods. Everybody had their hood. You had Mechanicsville, you had there was no different in gangs. Because them folks believed in what they stood in, and you gonna get dealt with. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, you know, it ain't about what we say sometimes, just the delivery of how we say it. You know what I'm saying? If we deliver it right, our kids, some of our kids will embrace it, some of them just ain't gonna embrace it, you know? And unfortunately, we gotta deal with the prison system, and we gotta deal with felons. You know what I'm saying? It's a reality. Let's love them though. You know, let's love on them, let's do what's right, and let's stand firm, brothers. You know what I'm saying? We can't be scared. I mean, God didn't put us here to be scared, you know?
I got you all right.
I just want to say, after working inside the jail for 5 years, that gentleman and that gentleman, I can have them on any zone, I can work any zone in there, and they can come to me, and they can interpret to me, say, bro, something going down. We need to bridge that gap. We're not here to break away from nobody. In law enforcement, we just trying to communicate with everybody as a whole. Because if we weren't trying to communicate, we wouldn't be here. And that's the sole purpose of it, is we're here because we want to. See, I'm what they call Smokey the Bear. I put these fires out. Where these young, hot guys, they just want to come in here and say, hey, you might not want to treat you like that. You know, just talk to them, tell them what you want to do. It's a different way, like you said, it's not so much how you say, you got to use tact. When you talk to people, talk to them and not at them. You have to, like you said, that's that respect. And I appreciate that, what I'm hearing, because you're right. We need each other when we go out there and do these things and get things done, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate that when we get to interact with the community, this is how we learn to become better officers. Even from the public defenders. I tell them that I had them all the time, be like, hey, don't leave me alone with this client. But you know, you knew that client, what you was dealing with beforehand, and I said, I got you. But if they got any questions, say, hey, listen, talk to your man or this person, they really need your talk. This is how we interact with folks. We all have to interact with each other on a daily basis, and that communication is key.
Yeah.
Everything. And it's how that message is conveyed between everybody. Not so much how it's sent, but how it's received. So I appreciate y'all. Because we can't do it without y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
I promise I won't run anybody else out of here.
The warden is speaking.
Let's get back to the community policing part. I don't know if there are any more of the neighborhood watches that we used to have way back in the day. Are those in place anymore? And if not, is there any way that those can be reinstituted? Because, you know, when we are our eyes and ears for each other, you know, we kind of try to help quash some of the crime that go on in our neighborhood. I live in Stonecrest, and we in my neighborhood we have a Facebook page. We all have Ring cameras and all of that, and we all like, I saw somebody walking past. So those things kind of help us out. So that's my question: is there any?
Yes. but it depends on who's involved and how it's perceived. Some people feel like, I'm just gonna mind my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be concerned with that until something happens, and then they want their neighbor to see something. If you think back growing up on my street, you used to get disciplined from the neighbor, and then they'll take you home and you get disciplined twice. It's not like that no more. Most people tend to throw their hand up at their neighbor, hey, how you doing, all right? And they keep it moving. But in some communities throughout Atlanta, there are neighborhood watch groups, and they help us as police because then they know how to get things done or different problems in their community. They know how to get them addressed because they're going to keep bringing it to the supervisors and saying, hey, this house on the corner, this vacant house, they hanging out in this vacant house. And then when you get the roll call, hey, beat such and such. I need you to go address this house. That's how things get done. It's strength in numbers.
So Ty, are the local police force aware of the neighborhood watches?
Yes.
Okay.
If most of them, if they, to get started, they should connect with their police within the zone in which they live so that they are aware. Become a point of contact. As a beat officer, you should have points of contact throughout the community because those help navigate, like I said earlier, navigate through what you're trying to do all day. When you got everybody's phone number or you know how to contact people, it's easy to work.
That's what I was asking. So you could probably get in touch with your local police force to find out the neighborhood watches in your neighborhood or your friends or your Facebook friends, and then you can get it going from there. Carter.
Y'all just going for the people that live in Atlanta. We do have each zone has their own crime specialist. These individuals, they go out, if they're invited out to whatever community meetings or whatever, and talk to them about how better to protect the community or businesses from crime, that sort of thing. So it's as easy as just going to one of the precincts and meeting with them. If you got a neighborhood, drawing a blank, a neighborhood watch program, have them come out to one of your meetings, that sort of thing. The city also has those, Deputy Chief mentioned earlier, those NPUs, those neighborhood planning units, they're pretty big here in the city. Pretty big, pretty active. And a lot of times, depending on what their agenda is, those people will go out and talk to the neighborhoods or that entire community area as a whole. So now, I don't know about DeKalb County, but here in Atlanta, we definitely have those people.
He gonna be in DeKalb County.
Go ahead, no shot.
Yeah, we used to have something known as a letter of agency. Major Knox was the commander for Zone 4. The Merchants Association, we have a MLK Merchants Association. We would get together with Zone 4, and in every business, especially if you're in a shopping center, you're going to have people who are just constant troublemakers. I mean, some of those young guys are just aggressive, and it's challenging to go out there and tell some young dude that's half your age, hey man, you acting crazy, because this kid might knock you out. So we had a letter of agency. What would happen was, if a person was causing a disturbance in the neighborhood, you could call the police officer. He would come and warn him once. And if you had to call back for that same individual, the police officer could come, they could get him, they could arrest him, and you didn't even have to get involved. They could put your name out there and anyway. But I think the American Civil Liberties Union, whoever thought that law was a little overreaching, and so they banned it, and they can no longer do that. There's been a lot of changes in the law that make it difficult for the police officer and the business person to survive. And the only way I know you can do that is to try to go to the legislature and get them, or the city council, get them to change the law to make it easier on the police officer to do his job, and for business, because it's a business. If I make somebody angry, he might not do anything now, but at 3 o'clock in the morning, when I'm in old sleep, he's gonna come and throw a brick through my window. It has happened 4 times here. And at one time, 2 guys just started a fight out there, and they fell into the window and broke it. my insurance rate go through the roof because I got to replace these windows, and you can't replace them with glass anymore. You got to replace them with plexiglass, and that just makes it very difficult to have a profit margin because it goes to things that you really shouldn't have to be paying for.
Can I share a couple organizations that may help some of the families?
Absolutely.
If possible, there's Next Level Academy, Gary Davis. He's out of Union City. He has a great program that's going on. You have Operation Snatchback, Ronald Green. He has a great program going on, mentoring. Mothers Against Gang Violence, Keisha Shields. Of course, my organization, Freedom is a Choice. You also have I Am Father First with Brother Keith Lewis now. They're doing some great things. You have the Hank Stewart Foundation that has a great mentoring program. I think Urban League of Atlanta has a great program going on. And these are programs that maybe can help out and assist, like with some young men that will be available. You know what I'm saying? And just find out what's good for your child. And it's tough. It's tough sometimes, you know, just trying to find somebody that can match up with your young people. But I know it's getting expensive too. It's getting expensive to put kids in these sports. You know, with Pamela, and I think that's one of the problems that we have too, is that it's just getting so expensive to put kids in sports, especially if you have a single mom that may have 1, 2, 3, 4 kids. You know, it making it more difficult for our young people to, you know, to